everybody? Welcome to 323 Fabrication. It's a Wednesday. It's looking like rain. We could use a little bit, but as you see, this old abandoned pink on pink Cadillac is behind us. Pretty awesome car, but the hood is crusty. Floorboards are crusty. It's a crusty old car. I got some headlight bezels I found on eBay on the way. That one's broke, that one's gone. And I found a hood. It's 3.5 hours from here. Probably gonna road trip and go get it because they are really hard to find and it's a pretty decent hood. So we're gonna pull this one off so I can see how hard it's gonna be to put on the roof of the gasser if I decide to drive the gasser to go get it. So what we're finna do, we're gonna snatch this thing off. It's it's really hard to open because it's folding in half over there, but I'll show you all that. And then this piece, I didn't realize it, but all this bolts on. This is a separate piece. Pretty cool. Get it off. There you go, boys and girls. One hoodless Cadillac. One day it'll have a Cummins in it, but if anybody needs a 390 Cadillac motor, there's no transmission. I do have the other valve cover somewhere. Don't know if it's any good, but it's gonna go away. So there you go. But look, you can see it looks like somebody laid a rug on it and it got rained on for years because it rotted. Like this side folds up. When you try to open it, you got to snatch on it and snatch up at the same time to get it to do right. Rust is lighter than carbon fiber. The hood probably weighs half of what it should, and it is heavy as I don't know what. So probably not a good idea to put it on the roof of my gasser without a roof rack, and we don't have one of those. So probably gonna have to take the old Dodge to go get it. Field kitty. But it's off. We're going to take that stuff off of it. And that way when we bring the other hood back, we got somewhere to put it. We do have the hood springs somewhere, just got to find them. Well, the hood's junk. See, I talked in the other videos about how these caddies were bad about rotting on the front. And this one was starting to, but it hadn't gotten super bad yet. Oh, I got to get that piece of trim still. But we got it off, broke half the bolts. This came off, thankfully. This broke. It looks a lot like a 57 Chevy V, right? I think we got a few extras. We even got a gold one we could put on it, maybe. But the other hood is coming with this piece, but I wanted to save it. It's got the trim and the hardware, and it's not totally rotten. But hood's pretty well junk. Get that other piece of trim off. Put this stuff over here where it doesn't get lost. And then go from there. But as heavy as it is, I don't think I'm gonna put it on the roof of the gasser. All right, y'all, it's getting dark and that's wet right now, but that's the factory color for the car. That was behind the emblems on the hood. That's what it was. Of course, it'll look a lot better. I'm gonna do Poppy's patina on it. Really like their stuff. Met those guys at LS Fest. Go check them out. They got some awesome products. I'm gonna do this car in Poppy's. Do this car in Poppy's. I'm gonna do that 57 in Poppy's. Probably do the 66 GTO in Poppy's. LS drift car / autocross car, Muncie, hydro brake, 66 GTO. LS Swap, overdrive automatic, 57 pickup. Big block 427, 57 gasser. I've got a one-piece tilt front end for this car and another pair of doors and a trunk lid and some patch panels. It's gonna be cool, it's gonna be ratty. 12 valve Cummins. This thing's gonna be sweet. But hoods are really hard to come by for these. Hoods, trunk lids, sheet metal in general. So I'm gonna go get that one. It's worth the 3.5 hour drive one way. Hopefully we'll get together with Jacob Davis while we're over there because we're going to be about an hour from him. Go say hey, check his stuff out. He's a cool guy. If y'all haven't seen him on YouTube, go check him out. He does cool stuff. He was at LS Fest. We met him at Power Tour this year. But that's what we got going on. Did take the headlight bezel off. I ordered a pair of used, pretty decent ones on eBay. They should show up hopefully into this week. But, you know, getting the important stuff. Hood, headlight bezels, diesel. Alright, y'all, we made it home. 3.5 hours one way and back to Griffin, Georgia. Scored some pretty decent big block Chevrolet chrome valve covers. Probably just hang on the wall. Scored 2 of these. Thought they were pretty sweet. And a couple of T-handles. This is the best one, Indy. I thought that was cool. Pretty cheap. So I couldn't leave them behind. Then, of course, we went junking and got Hannah some stuff at an antique store. Got a really decent, just the worst spot on it. It's been folded and it's rusty, but it's not really full of holes. So I'll beat that back out and it'll be good enough. But a hood for our Cummins powered, soon to be Cummins powered 1960 pink on pink Cadillac. A really pretty good set of driver quality 57 headlight bezels, which I need to put in the truck before I drive off with them. Setting back there. Let's see here. Hang on a second. All right. I'm hooked up to the Datsun. Got to strap a few things down, roll the windows up. Gonna take this to the shop, clean it up, put it back inside. I got a, oh, felt like I had a fire ant on me. Let's see here. I got a pair, and now they're 14s, and I think they're 6 inches wide, but one of them's really pretty okay. Those are cool. Those look like Hurst wheels to me. I do not know who made them. You know, I got a thing for like vintage wheels. I love slots. I got a set of Kragers, and I've got a set of what I think are maybe rocket wheels. They're like a smooth looking Krager and some old like American racing style wheels, but I don't have any this style. And worst case scenario, they make really good hose reels. But I just thought they were cool looking, and for $10 I couldn't pass them up. Got the hood. That's what we drove all the way there for. This piece is actually homemade and welded together. I'll show you all that. But we got the good one off our hood. They actually had 2 hoods. I did not realize, but the other one, I mean, it was rotting all the way down the sides. So we got the good one. $75. I mean, it's a really good hood. It's in the southeast. Granted, it was a 7-hour drive total, but you know, it was a good time. We hung out, had fun, got to see some other junk, and I bought a bolt bin for $30, big steel bolt bin. So organized some more hardware at the shop. That's what we got going on, y'all. I'm burning some cardboard and some sticks out of the yard, just cleaning up. I've been putting it off, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go trim some bushes up in the driveway. That's what we got going on. But when we get to the shop, I'm on the fence. I think I kind of want to go ahead and pull the motor out the car before we put the hood on it. Yeah, it just depends on how spunky I feel. Got a little bit more cleaning up to do at Hannah's old store. And it'll be back to hot rods all the time. And into this week, we're going to Cruising the Coast. Going to drive the Chevy 2. It's behind that door. We're going to drive the Chevy 2 down there. My buddy Balake, hang out a couple of days. I'd love to run into Dan and Danny from DD Speed Shop and get the 2 Chevy 2s next to each other, because they're both little 2-door post cars, and I dig it. But that's the plan. So I'm going to piddle around a little more. It's Sunday. Haven't had a day off in a month. This was supposed to be our day off, but I wasn't gonna risk losing that hood, because they are so hard to find. I did not realize how expensive and how hard to get Cadillac parts are. Although that was a deal. That was like the deal of the century right there. But everything else is expensive. So got headlight bezels coming too. Looking forward to that. Here's our Cadillac hood with the custom nose piece. All the little boogered spot welds. That's coming off. We're going to use the one that came off the other hood. I've been hammering dollying this. Dad pointed out somebody added this corner. There's a weld on the other side, but it was really wavy, so I beat it out. It's good enough. We're trying to wash all the mud out the back of the hood. Go ahead and pull this piece off. It's got these nice little stainless Allen screws and nuts, so hopefully they're not one piece. Get that off, clean that edge up, flip it over, dry it off, wire wheel all the rust, and we'll rattle can the underside black. Probably not today, but just got a little bend up, a little Bondo going on action right there. Quality, but it's better than the one we had. I'm gonna hammer and dolly that before I flip it over, get that little bend out of it. Got a little rot right there. I'll probably wire wheel that good when I get the rest of the dirt out of it. You can see there's still mud in the back of it. Get all that out, and I'll lay a thin piece there and probably TIG it on, cover that up. But, I mean, it's a pretty good hood. It's definitely better than what we had. Got the Datsun home. Dad hosed it off. We'll wash it maybe tomorrow. Show y'all some of the other cool stuff we got. These came in today. Pretty stoked about it. Got a set of really pretty good original. They both need to be cleaned. This one's starting to get a little pitting on the chrome, but it'll be perfect for what we're doing. This one does have a slight bit of damage there, but it matches the personality of the car. Bought these yesterday. Decent set of 57 headlight bezels, some shifter knobs, some cool Ford V8 emblems, some valve covers. Well, Datsun's got a bath. It's got some new dings that it didn't used to have and some scratches, and it is disgusting on the inside, so we still got to clean that. But outside's definitely better than it was. I'm gonna push it inside so it out of the weather. Got the windows down so it can air out. Doing a little rearranging. Datsun's in its new home in the corner of the shop. Gonna move some motors and stuff around. Redecorating. Check it out. Got Dad's other Hemi out, degreasing it. Gonna clean it up, put the 2.4 intake on it with the cross ram set up. Stick it in the office. Not gonna paint this one, just gonna get it a little less greasy. Put it in there and show y'all what else we got going on. Gonna work on the hood for the Cadillac. That's a different video. Just cleaning the shop up in general. Organizing stuff. But show you what Dad did. We painted his big motor. We got it in here. Looks awesome. Hemi orange finally. He cleaned up the intake, the timing cover, the blower, fuel injection, Crower 671 fuel injection, YM blower, Moon Eyes timing cover for mechanical fuel pump. That's what we got going on. Office is getting a little better. Other Hemi's gonna go right there. Put that LS motor outside. Man, ain't that thing cool. Y'all, we just got back from Waffle House. Pops did. It's Saturday. I'm gonna show you what we've been working on today. Office has been redecorated a little bit. Smells like Earl in here, but it's cool. So, got Dad's big blown Hemi. I showed y'all that already. That's just kind of in here to be out of the way, but check this thing out. Man, this is cool. Look at that. Cross ram 2.4 intake on a first gen Hemi motor. I'm going to order his valve covers for that motor and then put those valve covers back on this motor. This is a YN intake with Offenhauser cross ram things bolted on it and two 600 Hollies. Man, it's so cool. But we'll go back out here, show y'all what we've been working on. Just cleaning up the shop a little bit, trying to get some stuff took care of. But buddy of mine bought a 66 AMC Rambler convertible. I gotta get these studs out of this manifold for him. But we're gonna wire wheel underside of this Cadillac hood. And then rattle can it all gloss black after I pull these pieces off real quick. Forgot about that. We're gonna wire wheel all this and then spray paint it, tape off the edges and spray paint it, and then eventually I'll order some pink and we'll paint the other side and then weather it to match the car. But we're gonna get this done so we can get it painted and then pull the car out, pull the motor out of it, put the hood on the car, all that fun stuff. I think I mentioned when we were getting this hood that they're bad about rotting on the front. You can see this is a patch in here. There's holes. This thing was full of Bondo. Here's a patch. So, more holes. It's cracked. Holes. covered in Bondo, so I'm going to have to address that. But this is all I'm doing. See, this side here, I've got kind of this half done. All I'm doing is just knocking the rust down. Well, we can come back and paint it and seal it a little bit better. It ain't going to be perfect. I mean, the idea is that it lasts longer than I do. So we're just trying to stop the rust, or slow it down anyway. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect. The idea is just to be able to drive the car and enjoy it. You can see how scaly this side is, and then that side's cleaning up pretty good, and we'll take and seam seal inside these and keep the sheet metal glued to the supports. Have a big old hood stack in this area somewhere. Alright, here's what we ended up with. Wire wheeled the whole thing. I'm gonna get the vacuum, get all this dirt that I guess come out from under these supports vacuumed up. A little bit of Bondo. This side's the same way as the other side, but somebody attempted to fill it with some weld, sort of. There's a little pinhole right there. But I mean, it is what it is. It's going to be functional. The idea is just to paint it so it doesn't rust anymore. I'm going to go look at the hood that came off the car and see if I should cut patches out of it or just try to make some. I don't know. I really hate to even fool with this because it's going to be a lot of work to put a nose on the hood of this, or on the front of this hood. We'll see. Ready? Cadillac. Cadzilla. I love this car. This thing's cool, ain't it? Too cool for school. Just needs a little love. And a diesel. Walked over to the shop to get some tools, you know, your basic necessities. We're gonna get the motor out of this car. I was like, man, look at that thing. It's so cool. This is Cadillac still. Alright, got the generator off. It was huge. I gotta get down inside that triangle to get to the nut on the back side of the motor mount. It's probably gonna be the best way to do it. Dad's got everything else pulled off the motor. We got 2 motor mounts left. We're gonna throw the forklift on it, get it pulled out. Maybe. Alright, y'all. There's a lock washer and a big flat washer, and then these big nuts. They take a 3/4 socket. The internet said you had to take the wheel and tire off and use all these extensions and stuff, but we used a 4-inch extension, a 3/4 impact socket with a swivel 1/2-inch drive everything, and then a swivel headed 1/2-inch drive ratchet. It took a little while, probably 15 minutes, right? Maybe a little more than that. Got both those off. So now we're gonna get a chain, find some bolts to put the chain through and get it out. This whole head over here has only got 1 bolt in it. And it ain't really in it, is it? No. It's just sitting on the motor. It's short though. I wonder if we could, it's that one. We might could use it, put it in right there in the side, run the chain through these nice high-dollar single valve springs on this 390 Caddy. Come over there. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We're going to get this thing pulled out. know if y'all know this or not, Cadillac made a single head V8. It's got one of those lightweight racing rotating assemblies in it.
Check out the dipstick.
Oh man, the dipstick. There it is. I guess it's bolted to that head, ain't it? Or it's just wet. No, it's just wedged in there between the manifold and the thing. Well, we removed the dipstick. Look, there's a clamp. There's a hose clamp keeping the steering components together down there. That's pretty cool. Yeah, there's a bolt. Always needed one of them. We can try to get the radiator out while we're out here. I'm thinking I can just get in there and unbolt the exhaust from the manifold, maybe.
You might can.
And then take that out.
You want that thing to fall on you?
No. It's got a 2-bolt main, 390 cubic inch Cadillac motor with no Earl pan. And it's missing... They were pulling... Looks like they were pulling the crank out of the bottom of the motor in the car. Which doesn't really make any sense. Because I don't think you'd have got it past that cross member, which is probably why they quit doing it. Would be my assumption. But, got a, that piston don't look real good. And that one's a little crooked. Missing some push rods. There it is. There's a head bolt in there at least. There we go. Brand new. All highway miles. Numbers matching original. 390 Cadillac motor in case anybody wants one. And there's a bunch of other stuff gonna go on this pallet, but we gotta figure out why I think forklift's got a coolant leak at one of the hoses. It's got a weird hose that makes like a U up at the head. And it's tried to overheat twice today, so we're gonna give it a break. There's always Monday. Check it out. All right, the old rotten battery tray's out. Got that going. Got the rad out. It's over there. I don't know if it's numbers matching or not, but it probably wouldn't be enough for Cummins. Plus, it's missing like the plug and all that other stuff. I'll hop in here and see if I can get this took loose from the exhaust or not. I don't know. We'll see. But you know, getting rid of some stuff. I put the bolts back in this, keep the condenser where it's at, so I kind of know how stuff's routed. Not that we're going to use it, but I would like the car to have AC. You know, I don't know what's going to be savable, or if just putting a vintage AC kit on it's going to be the way to go, I would assume. But, you know, stuff like that. Voltage regulator is going to go away. Leave the power steering for now. You know, probably just try to adapt the truck pump to, you know, get some lines made or whatever it's going to take. That little tiny master cylinder is going to go away. You know, at least disc on the front, but I'm planning on disc all the way around. The 8.8 forward rear end, posi, probably like a 410 gear or 373. I don't know. Probably I prefer a 410, but we'll see. But we're getting there, you know, just getting a little bit done. Having fun. All right, got the head off. Cavemanned it, just ripped the exhaust off. It was pretty rotten. Guess it's like a weld. Was a weld. Throwed it over here. Got a little dirt on it, but you know, that's none the worse for wear. Still good for sure. It's gonna need a valve job, but have to replace the dipstick. But there we go. It's off. You can see it was pouring junk out of it. I really need to bring Hannah's cordless sawzall so I can, before we put the car back under, bring it over here, put the ball back on the forks, stick it under the cross member, pick the car up, cut off the exhaust. But the engine's out of it, so work on stripping some more stuff later. I'm gonna put some PB Blaster on it. Probably not gonna finish doing the hood in this video. I'm tired. I don't know how long the video is yet, but I know fixing the hood's gonna be time consuming. There should be a lot of footage on that. We got a motor out. We got a really cool Cadillac, and that's kind of it. That's where we're at. So, as always, I appreciate y'all watching the video. I appreciate all of our new subscribers. We've got like 4,300 almost, I think, when I'm filming this. super exciting. Released the Cruising the Coast video today. It hasn't done super great, but I enjoyed myself either way. Cruising the Coast was awesome. I don't think I would do a whole week of it though. We only did 2 days and the traffic was awful. Biloxi police making it 1 lane for like 4.5 miles was terrible, but it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? All you can do is what you can do, but love this car. Can't wait to have a Cummins in it. We're just gonna plug around. We're gonna dress this thing up. Little straight pipe Z71. Don't know if y'all can hear that. Benefits of living in Alabama, but this car is cool. I'm gonna work on it a little bit, dress it up at least, get it back under the shelter. 57, I'm gonna get it out. We're gonna dress it up, get all the good stuff on it, get all the other stuff off of it so I can sell it. We're finna sell some GTOs. I'm not selling the 66 and I'm not selling the 69. Once we get this dressed up and get this done, I'm gonna jump back on the 69 that's in the shop. This is gonna be a ratty beater drift car, and I'm talking about ratty. Ready to work on the truck. That car's going away. I don't think Ray from Punisher Le Mans is gonna get it. He was, but just, you know, everybody's got stuff going on in life. There's only so much you can do with the time that you've got. But we're gonna sell this car. We're gonna sell the blue 68. This is a 68 4-speed car. And then I'm gonna part out the orange car, 69. I gotta go get that 55 Buick still. Gotta go get that Dodge Charger. So, you know, we're doing what we can. But, guys, that's kind of an update on us. That's what we got going on. Lots of fun stuff. Cadillacs are cool. But, that being said, I appreciate y'all watching. And y'all have a great day and be blessed.